Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to TSO Crypto, your home for Crypto TA. I am your host, Yo Dad, and today we're gonna be looking at crypto pullback or distribution. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome. If you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. I really want to know what you're thinking. Also, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto latest and technicals, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like, hook us up with a like, and ding the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining me today for another edition of Crypto Friday. Happy Friday. It's what are we at? St. Patty's Day weekend. Sucks I'm not going to be here on Sunday. I'll try to see if I can come in on Sunday for a little bit just so we can celebrate St. Patty's Day for one quick minute or something. But right now it's not looking likely. But we're going to be here again on Monday, right according to the new schedule that we're going to be keeping up with. So let's start looking at crypto. What's happening out with the market? Well, we're still getting that bearish divergence, right? So we're still looking for bearishness. That hasn't gone away. We're still looking for that action to downside. We've gotten some. Remember what I said? It wouldn't be weird if we dropped like 10% or something like that. How much should we drop? Like 8.5. Okay, so we're not that far off. And we're still getting that downwards motion. We did manage to close above that resistance or that support now, which is here at what do we call it at yesterday? It was like 2.4, 2.52, I think. Missing. There we go. 2.5 trillion. We managed to stay there. So that's pretty good. We managed to get above that zone. Again, are we going to get more pullback? Or are we going to start going for, distribution? So that's something we're going to try to determine once we look at Bitcoin. There's something else that is bullish right now that's developing as far as, divergences that we could go for. There's something slight. I'm not going to put any emphasis on it. I'm just going to mention it briefly. From somewhere around here, to here, we are creating what would seem to be some, hidden bullish. That's about it. There's really nothing else. I'm not going to go and hunt for anything. From back here, we kind of would make sense. We're not quite there yet, at least not in a place where I would be comfortable calling it. And as you can tell, right as we're here, and I'm just going to zoom in here. But if we go here, we're slightly higher, so we're not there yet. And again, we're just waiting for something bullish to develop, right? And that still would be looking for that hidden bullish. So we want to do strong bullish before we run up again. So let's go check out Bitcoin, man. What is happening with Bitcoin? Bitcoin is 69,244 buckaroos, right? What is it, 69 clams? 69,000 clams? Chillax. All right, man, where are we at? We're rejecting that upper zone that we just got to, coming back down. Look at that, beautiful. Holding up above our previous all-time high, which was 69K. Getting back above it. Kato Eno, what's up, dude? And we did manage to dip, again, down to the zone, which was the 66,000, and we even tried to get to that 64,900, but we did dip quite a bit to that 65. So we did get 65,628. I know some people were saying that they're going to try to buy at the 65K mark. I hope you guys got in. Are we done for the bull market? Not likely. I think we're still just getting to this place where we're starting to stagnate, which could bring some, consolidation, which is what we're looking for. Potential distribution. It's just going to depend. We're only 3 days in to this downwards motion movement, right? So it would be too early to call it such. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to draw for us here a channel, right? And that channel is going to be something like this. Again, if we just want to go with the bodies, it'll be something super steep. And I don't think that's going to be the case, but I just want to highlight more or less what we want to do. And what it looks like crypto wants to get going, it's like some kind of downward sloping consolidation. If we do get that, we start a flag at this level. That's going to look really good on the weekly. All right, so we need to get a couple of weeks of this, so get it to be a long and stretched out move. Then we could be looking for for a trade to happen somewhere here, right? Boom, 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 and then look for a break to the upside. That'll be good. That'll be consolidation. But what worries me is that we get into some sort of distribution pattern. We're getting our nice impulse up. People start taking profits at the all-time high, which again wouldn't be a bad thing to do. So if you got in a long time ago, right, you can start taking profits. It's not bad to take profits along the way, right? That's what we're here for. We can always come back in when it drops. So what I'm thinking is, if we start looking for more like, some kind of like sideways motion happening here on a range, we could be looking for some accumulation. Sorry, some distribution. And that distribution could lead to, potential moving down. Not necessarily a strong moving down, but moving down nonetheless. Maybe down here to the 54s, right? But we're going to see how things keep on going here, right? Let's see what else going on here. Jonathan, what's up, dude? Glad to see him back. Wishing you thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here. All right, that's what we're looking for, okay? What else is we doing here with crypto? Well, let's see. The other thing that we could be doing is a pullback that I already explained, right? We did get a wick, which is not bad. We haven't closed below. I mean, we just got like a dip. And we said we could dip. And again, what we're looking for here is divergence to start developing, right? Any kind of divergence that will help us. So if we zoom in here, I think it's going to be similar to market cap, right? We're low at this point here on February 23rd. And we're higher right now. So we're slightly higher still. So no hidden divergence, right? We would have some here on the daily, right? From this point here on 25th of February to today. But again, that is today, right? That is a small candle having this drop going on here. We haven't closed today, so we cannot use it as a valid anchor point. I mean, we could get it just for analysis and say, well, we might create this hidden divergence. We try to pop from there. But on the daily, the reality is that Bitcoin's still bearish. We still have this bearish divergence. We're not creating anything bullish to have us try and go higher. All right, so let's go to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. We had the bearish divergence, dropped, held support here as expected, and now I try to bounce back up. Let's zoom in here. Here, we were looking for divergence to develop. If you remember, we talked about it, creating that hidden divergence once we get more candles flowing in. So like particularly this candle that we managed to close yesterday, and this one we were live, we were just dropping a little bit more. And then, we could have gone for this move here, right? There we go. So hidden bullish. That hidden bullish is going to tell us that we're looking for potential continuation. What is continuation? Well, that means we might continue rallying to the upside. Now, I don't want to see rallying to the upside indefinitely. That's going to bring a lot of exhaustion, buyer's exhaustion. And what's going to happen then is just the price is going to freaking tank. We don't want that, right? Yo, Michael J, what's up, my friend? All right, so that's what we're looking at, right? This is still, by all means, a sort of upsloping channel. I'm going to switch charts real quick so we can channel it. Channel the inner channel, right? Something like that. Get it going. And this is going to be I'm not even sure if this chart that I just pulled up is going to be the best for this channel, but we can channel it. We're going to try to channel it here. And see what we're doing, right? So that's not where the channel is. That's where the channel tool is. Here we go. All right, so parallel channel. I'm just going to go from here. So if that is the case, we're breaking it. If that's the case, we're too far here, and then we're not having a lot of respect up here. So what I'm going to propose is going to be a smaller channel. That channel is going to be here. And it's also going to be anchored here. All right, so what I'm trying to do is say this is the bottom, and that's the bottom for the channel. We just drag it a little bit farther back. And part of the reason I want to drag it farther back is because I want to see how good this is holding up here. So if this is the channel, and we start here, and we say, okay, that's the top, and that's the bottom, how's it been respected? Well, we got above that midline. We're bouncing on it, right, consistently. Bounce here as well. Hit that upper portion, came back down to that midline, hit that upper portion again, and finally broke it. So if we are to move up again, where are we going to go? Well, that midline looks pretty tasty, right? That would be the hit, somewhere around there. Whenever we reach it, it'll be at 71,900s, potentially, somewhere around there. If we do go up today, in this next 4 hours, it's going to be looking at 71,400s. Now, what's going to happen once we get there? Well, we could reject, being that, most of the stuff that we have is bearish. We just have the hidden bullish trying to rally us. So, strong bearish trumps over hidden bullish most of the time, particularly where we're at. So, we might be looking for that bounce to happen again, and then try to bounce back up again. And then we might be trying to get for that break above that midline. Right, but that's what I would be looking at right now for Bitcoin. Potentially bounce, potentially get to this midline here before we drop back down. If we do drop from here, would not be extremely bad. We're just going to try to hold that area and pump. Now, if we do break, where we're going to go? Well, a measured move of that is what we're looking for. So we draw a straight up line up here, that's just the width of the channel. And then what we do is we just come down and project it. You know, whenever we break, we look for that projection and we look for that measure move to hit. Where would that bring us? 60,000, right? Not necessarily the best zone to be at, because at that point in time, we're going to be below certain supports that we want to stay above. So remember, 60,000. So that gets measured once we break. Until we break, we don't measure it, okay? So it's just there for, like, you know, for us to know, and then we just drag it along, and whenever it is that we break, we just place it, okay? So again, here will be 61,000. We don't want that. Reason being, at 61,000, we're going to go back to the other chart, supports, right? 61,000 gets us to waiting for the chart to load. That's where it gets us to. All right, so 61,000 gets us somewhere around here, I think. Yeah. Like below the support here, that support here being at 62,423, which is here. All right, that support's there. So we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there because breaking that area, we go into this weird channel. And again, this is just making noise. I'm just going to remove this out. Like this old zone, it's like a really, really old parallel channel that we were using for, right? It's like 5 channels that are there. And it was holding a long time ago, and what I was surprised to see was when I came back here and look at this chart is that we hit it a couple times and rejected it here and here. When we finally broke through it, we hit that upper portion, rejected slightly, and came back up. So even though it's a really, really old, like, you know, channel that we drew, like equidistant channel, it's still holding today. It's just like insanely cool. That really, really old stuff that we drew, it's still kind of holding to some extent. So what I'm going to do is, because it kind of held, I just want to delete it temporarily. So you can see the magnitude of this gap. That's where we could drop. So 61K is somewhere around here. There's no supports in the zone. A drop to this area could lead us to a quick drop down to the 54Ks to revisit. Maybe try to kiss this line here at the 54,230 before we look for bounce. Right? So let's bring this back in. It's cluttered again. No worries. Now this here, I just want to make sure it's going to stay here on the 4 hour because I forgot to anchor it. And it is. Great. So where are we at? Again, I'm trying to bounce. Would not be weird. We're in a channel where we established it. We have the hidden divergence. So right now my call for Bitcoin on the 4 hour is going to be neutral. All right, we could go slightly up still, as mentioned, within the channel, so long as we don't break it. We could try to go to that bottom portion of the channel again, so long as we don't break it. Once we break it, I mean, yeah, bearish again. Right, but so long as we stay within the channel, we're neutral. Okay, just keep that in mind. So that's a call for Bitcoin right now. We already know what could happen. We already know targets, right? We discussed targets yesterday. We discussed target 2 days ago. Upside 2 days ago, downside yesterday. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. No point in dwelling on the painful areas that we might hit. Okay, we already know those. We already have them charted and mapped, and we know how good this is going to be once we get them. All right, 1 hour Bitcoin. What are we at, man? Look, we're looking for that bullish divergence, right? Yesterday when we were live. And I said we could still go down to support and still have it, right? And we're still going to create it here. And you remember what I said? We're oversold, right? That happened like 2 more hours afterwards before we started to turn back up. So like we were here, that's like 9 p.m. and that's like 10 p.m. right there, or 11. So that was 2 more hours, right? Boom, there we go. And that would just basically track from here where we're at to, like, you know, here. So yeah, that's about it. So whenever we're calling it, we're now here. So this portion, whatever is this portion. And we're trying to get that rally to go back up. That's fine. There's nothing wrong. We're trying to right now sustain above the previous all-time high. And look at that. The previous all-time high is holding as a support for us. We hit it last hour. We're opening there and we already hit it, wicked it, and we're still trying to hold like we held here. So, but we're above the previous all-time high. That's good. That's a win in my book. Right. All right. What else is happening here with Bitcoin, man? Are we creating anything else that is bearish? Yes, we are. Unfortunately, we're creating a little bit more of this bearish divergence, right? Hidden bearish, right? Boom and bam. And what does here hidden bearish bring? If you guys remember, it brings continuation, right? Hidden bearish divergence brings continuation, and that tells us that we're looking for potential continuation, and that could still mean that Bitcoin could try to move back down again. But remember, we're in a larger scale. We're in a channel, so we're not necessarily out of the woods. Again, strong bullish should definitely beat any kind of hidden divergence, right? Because that tells us that there's a change in the trend. We're getting our change. This is just putting that stagnation that we're facing right now. The thing is, how are we going to recover from here? So there's a couple things. If we do break below that 69,000, we could come back down to this level, right? Revisit this here zone, right? And then try to bounce. Breaking below that area starts to get us to where we're looking for a little bit of a deeper retrace, particularly going for that 64,900. We don't want to go there. So our options right now is hold this zone and try to bounce from here, which would be cool. Again, it would still be within that larger channel in the 4 hour. Or, we could even drop down here and then try to bounce. And by that point in time, guess what? We're creating a small double bottom here. And that could be nice, right, for a movement up on the 1 hour chart. So, yeah, that's a possibility, right? That's a possibility that gets us excited. Bitcoin doing things, going nice. High five. I like. All right, let's keep rolling, man. What else are we gonna do? So Bitcoin on the 1 hour. I think I'm still gonna say we're bullish in the 1 hour, right? That's it. We could be bullish in the 1 hour. That's what we're gonna go for. And right, let's read that. So again, we already talked movements, potential movements, right? So now we got an idea of what we could be expecting. Let's go check out Ethereum. What is happening with ETH? By the way, tonight's stream is brought to you by the tears of the traders that bought at the all-time high now and are currently crying and freaking out because Bitcoin's dropping a little bit. Yay! I'm kidding. Our streams are not sponsored by anyone. But the tears of traders do fuel us. So, yeah, that's the thing, right? Apparently. Let's keep rolling. Where are we at? Ethereum. Look at that. Beautiful. We dropped. We're still above the area that we're looking for support, the 3,642. But we dipped and almost hit the 3,539. Wow, that's insane. Right? That's something cool. Let's see what else we can do with Ethereum. I think it's just looking like a Bitcoin clone, to be honest. It just gets really frustrating when all the charts look the same because you're like, what am I going to talk about this? I just already talked about the same previous chart, And I was like, geez, man. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure out like something cool for this that we haven't seen on Bitcoin. Again, we were like on a very, very large channel here, by the way. It's just going to be a skinny channel like some people's jeans. But, that's what we have. We just have a skinny channel that would be looking like this. And like, to be honest, it sucks like a channel. So I think we're going to do a broadening wedge, which broadening wedges are not good. Those ones tend to bring the downside, by the way. All right, so that will be looking like that. And then this will be looking like this, right? Look at that. Or like, broadening wedge. There we go. There we go. Right, so those tend to break down. Not good. We're going to see how that goes. Alrighty. All right, so that's it. I mean, dudes, there's really nothing else happening on Ethereum. Well, we're going to go bearish on Ethereum because that's what we're feeling on the daily, right? We're saying the daily is bearish and that we're potentially looking for some kind of distribution to happen or a pullback, which we kind of got some pullback, but not strong pullback, right? We just got like people freaked out. That's it. People are like, the bull run's over. It's not. It's not. We're still the bull run. We're just getting pullback, and people freak out. Why? Because they buy the all-time high, and now they're feeling like they got screwed. But I don't think it's over. I think we still have room to run and fuel on the tank. We just need to get some pullback to happen so that, we could come back, huddle up, figure out a game plan for us to keep on beating the Bears, right? Because the Bears suck, particularly they're from Chicago. I'm kidding. If people from Chicago here like the Bears, well, too bad for you because I already made that joke. Anyways, but the Bulls, from Chicago are also good. So, yay. There we go. Right? Now Chicago's happy again. Let's keep rolling here. All right, let's go to the 4 hour, man. Man, 4 hour, where are we at? We drew fibs for this, right? We drew the fibs. Well, they're holding. They're holding if that's something. Right? So we just said, all right, we're going to draw fibs for this. I can't even remember where we anchored them. They were like from back here. They were from this move, like here to here. I just had to shift them over to this side because it was getting hard to read with all this like little blue lines that are here, right? And when you have a lot of lines like here, then it just gets confusing. And you're like, what the hell am I looking at? Well, we're looking at the charts. That's the short answer. So let's zoom in here. Where are those holding? Well, we know we hit resistance at the 1618, or slightly above that 1618. So on a movement down, what are we going to do? Well, we are hitting some areas of support that are kind of holding, but they don't look the best. So that would lead me to believe that we could be looking for different things. So first, no, that zoomed out way too much. Since we're pulling back, this fibs that we were looking for, moves to the upside that we already said they kind of matched with our previous areas here that we have, the 618 and the 618 all-time high, right? So that matches to the upside. That's good. We already know that. I'm just gonna get rid of this stuff. I'm gonna move to the other way and say, well, what if we propose that, we start here, like we were going from here to here, so from high to low, but now that we're moving down, we could propose the opposite and say, what if we go from the closing here, right, that lower point, and we move up to the high point here, right? Whichever one is the high point. I think this one's the high point. It's just by using the bodies. Then where are we at? Are like we're respecting anything? Like, are the charts being slapped in the face? Is Fibonacci no longer a thing? And we are getting that drop right below, right, the point to whatever the hell we're at here. 382 is down here. I think it's like 236 that we're here. Yeah, 236, dropping below there, hitting it and bursting through here. We held that 50% retrace. That's good. And we dropped slightly below it, waking the 618, right? But we are above that 50% retrace. So they're kind of holding, particularly if we look at it for resistance, right? Look, that 382 is resistance. And now we might try to go for it again. I also miss my quick whips. Yay. Ain't that awesome that you guys are all back here, chilling, hanging out, looking at the charts? The charts. The charty charts. Let's see what else we got going on. It's been a while, man. I really needed that break from streaming, man. It's done me good. I just feel like I'm coming back with a new outlook. It's just, I'm not feeling burned out. So, yeah, when in doubt, take like a, what was it? Like a 10-month vacation? I think that's how long I went without streaming. The last one was in May of last year. And we're at March, so almost 10 months, bro. That's a long time for not streaming, But I'm glad that I'm back. Now we have a new goal, which is get 4,000 watch hours. So if you want to help us reach that goal, watch our videos. And if you haven't seen our videos, just go back and play them throughout the day. Leave them playing on the background. Grab your wife's phone, play a video just for fun. Go find our largest video, the ones that were like 4-hour streams. Get them to play while you sleep. Put your phone facing down while it's, charging. Turn the volume down. Watch 4 hours. We need to get to 4,000 hours again. That's a lot of watch time, Jeez, that just sounds like a bunch of watch time that we gotta do. Yeah, that's gonna be a blast. Reaching 4,000 watch hours again. All right, let's keep rolling. Ethereum on the 1 hour, we still have the hidden bullish, right? We were looking for it yesterday. It's still holding on to today. We're starting to get that same motion that Bitcoin's doing, so it's all good. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right, the 1 hour. Oh, look. The same thing. The bullish divergence. That is there, and it's trying to get us to hold. Look at that. Ain't it beautiful? The thing with this divergence is that we kind of dropped the ball here, unlike Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's still held. This one's like, oh, no, fumble. So we did manage to drop lower, if you see that, right? And I was really hoping that we're going to get it here in the zone, because that would be an oversold. But I'm just going to shift that to there, because I'm going to do magic. And because I can. And then we're going to go like this. Be like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Haha, it's longer. Mine's longer. And then it just became that motion that we're looking for. That creates what? The strong bullish divergence, right? Strong bullish divergence, potential fraction to the upside, while being sold on the other side. That leaves us for potential for a rally, for a movement up, right? So we're looking for this bullishness. Sorry, there we go. Bullishness on the bottom of the screen. And we're starting to get a small motion to the upside. What really sucks here is that we're creating this hidden bearish, just like Bitcoin, that is putting pressure on the price. And here we're getting a lot of that pressure, by the way. Look at that. Super pressured. There we go. We're going up. Like going all nice and cool. Be like, yo, look at this. Check out my whip. I'm running. And all of a sudden it's like, crash with the wall. And then starting to move down a little bit. That's it. We're still going to go up, I think. Right? Bitcoin's still on a channel. Market's Bitcoin-centric. Bitcoin pumps. Very likely the rest of the market's going to pump with it. I would be extremely weird if Bitcoin goes up like, 2, 3, 4% and Ethereum just like dumps. It's just going to be like the weirdest thing ever, right? At least for now. Because the whole market is bullish. So the market's looking for an excuse to keep pumping. People want to get any glimmer of hope to keep rallying on the price and be like, oh, I got him at the all-time high. Yeah, that's going to happen. Again, if you got in at a very, very low area of value, just remember that you can always sell a little bit and capitalize on some profits. You can always buy in the next dip. You can always do something else. You don't want to, be holding and then selling when the markets are crashing and everything's going down. You want to sell on the way up. You take profits when the markets are rallying, right? You buy when the markets are dropping and you sell when the markets are going up. You do the opposite, right? Don't be like the typical guy that buys at the top and sells at the bottom, right? You don't buy high and sell low. You're not gonna make money that way. Yeah. You gotta clean up your portfolio, man. You gotta rebalance that stuff. Every now and then, your portfolios need rebalancing, right? You need to sit down and check how much percentage are you allocating to what things, whether or not you're still getting stuff that you're interested in holding and that really motivates you, or that if you think it's still gonna be turning a profit. And if not, just rebalance the crap out of it and just sell whatever you don't need and buy stuff that you want, right? Buy stuff that's gonna perform better. That's trading, right? I'm going to make a short series of videos. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to commit to anything, but I'm thinking about making a short series of videos. First video is probably going to be about, the type of traders. Like, what type of trader are you? What type of trader do you want to be? Because that really is what determines how you're going to be trading, right? Are you going to be a day trader? Are you going to be a scalper? Are you going to be a swing trader? Are you going to be a position trader, right? Your outlooks are going to be different. If you're a position trader, you're buying now and you're not going to sell until a couple months, maybe years down the line. So you really don't care about what the market's doing. You go to sleep at night, not care about what the market's doing. If you're swing trading, you're buying and trying to sell in a couple days, maybe weeks, and that's it. If you're day trading, man, this is your life. You're here every day in the trenches, buying and selling, going nuts because today you made a profit, tomorrow you lost it. That's day trading is fun. But man, it's like a job when it in of itself, it just drives you nuts sometimes. Or are you gonna be scalper, right? The scalper, it just happens when there's a lot of volatility. And you have to be looking for things that are volatile, otherwise you're not gonna be able to scalp anything. But I'm gonna make a video on that, then probably just start going into some trading basics, to have some more evergreen videos on the channel, and then see how that goes. Let's keep rolling, man. I know a lot of people love the ADA. We're gonna check out ADA real quick. ADA. I'm just waiting for it to pop open. Because why not? ADA seems to be freezing. Alright. ADA on the daily, sitting at 72 cents. Alright. What is it doing? Kind of similar to Bitcoin, but not as close as Bitcoin, right? We talked about this 2 days ago. ADA's doing more of that, sideways stuff that we talked about, right? For the accumulation. Sorry, not accumulation. Distribution. What am I talking about? Accumulation. All right, there we go. So this one is looking more like that. Not exactly like that, but it's more like sideways-y. Kind of like a flagging thing. If you want to look at it like a flag, it would be more along these lines. Let's get that line there. It would be something like this, and then here it would be something like that, right? Boom, boom. It's oh look, it's a rising wedge. Daybreak to the downside. That's not good. It just goes with accumulation, right? Sorry, with distribution. People are selling off at these levels. That's what distribution is. People accumulate when it's low. We that sideways motions, accumulation. When we're on the upper portion and we start to get this stuff, a lot of times the distribution, people are selling. That's why the prices are stagnating and not passing these levels, and they're just fluctuating here because there's a lot of trading happening in these levels. A lot of people are buying, a lot of people are selling. A lot of people that are taking profits at these levels are happy with the money they're making, and that's why they're selling it at this level. Right? That's usually what happens. A lot of people are buying because they think the market's still going to go higher, which is very well likely going to be the case. But there's always people needing to take money, man. If you trade for a living, you got to eat, you got to sell, right? You don't sell, you don't eat. Right? You cannot go to the store and say well, I have $10,000, $100,000, $1 million worth of Bitcoin, Yeah, charge it to my account, but it doesn't gonna work that way. You gotta pay in cash, so yeah, or use your Bitcoin credit card or whatever, like whatever there is. But still, you gotta sell. That means you gotta sell, or you gotta convert into fiat to be able to buy stuff. So people are selling, right? That's why we're getting this stuff happening here, and I think this is what we're gonna be looking for on Bitcoin and Ethereum to happen, right? Some kind of like sideways motion, some slight distribution as we are at these levels, and then see where we go from there, right? What else, guys? What else? It's Friday. Yeah, there's no requests coming in. Carthago came in and said something. Hi, Carthago. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. It says Bitcoin ETFs plus 198.8 million net inflows today. That's a lot. That's a lot of millions. We're going to send the ETFs a note saying that they should deposit that to my wallet, and I'm just going to be extremely happy, and I'm not going to complain about it. They can deposit that 198 million to my wallet, and I'll just stay quiet. I wouldn't even flinch. We'll all be happy campers, right? And then we can throw a big TSO Crypto party somewhere. Right. So what else, guys? What else are we doing today? It's a early night. We still have a couple more minutes. So I think I'm going to go check out XRP just because a lot of people seem to love. Oh, you know what? We haven't checked the SHIB. We haven't checked SHIB. So let's just go check out Shiba Inu. I think it's been a while since we looked at SHIB. So first of all, I got to find it because everything here is kind of weird. Oh, look at SHIB. That actually looks good. I might have just stayed on the daily and ADA, really. I don't think there's a lot happening on the shorter time scales that we should be worried about there. But SHIB is flagging. SHIB's not looking bad. SHIB looks like it's set for another movement up. If Bitcoin doesn't tank, SHIB could pump. No joke. No joke, guys. I'm glad I came and looked at this thing. So we get that motion there. And then we get this going on here somewhat, right? And guess what that is? That's a fallen wedge. That is a flag formation that usually tells us that we look for continuation, remember? So how did that happen? Well, we went exponential. We rallied really fast. Then we're consolidating. And guess what happens after that? We usually tend to break back up. I'm considering maybe getting SHIB. What? What is this madness? 4-hour chart. What else? Well, first, that's the daily. Get this out of here. Get this out of my side. All right, send that there. Send that there. And see what's happening here. Oh, by the way, I didn't look for divergences. Maybe I'm off, man. Maybe we have divergences. Hidden divergence, if anything. All right, look at that. Negative momentum here. We have red, right? 2 more negative momentum. Right, we're going higher. Right, so definitely some hidden divergence against the MACD. That could be a catalyst for continuation, right? To the upside. So SHIB not looking bad. Let's go to the 4-hour. So, by the way, SHIB daily, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on SHIB daily. I'm thinking about buying. All right, let's look at this here, man. So here, it just looks not as pretty, but it could still work, right? We have a lot more of a choppiness in the movement up. Doesn't look as exponential. Impulse up, consolidated, impulse up, and now we have this larger consolidation. That's what's playing on the daily, right? That's the consolidation that we're getting on the daily. And for some reason, one of my screens just went dark. Okay, and here we go. And here we go, right? If we were looking at this as a triangle, just kind of done. We didn't do anything. Right, but I'm thinking more like that downwards motion. Here, it's just consolidation happening. All right, so I'm not going to box the move. Maybe we should draw a box. I should draw a box just for, comparison 6. But, we're looking at something like this. A lot of the moves are, within this range, sort of. So I'm going to use the bottom here and the top there. And you can see a lot of moves are contained. Yeah, it just means we're moving sideways, right? We're containing into sideways motion. So let's go to the 1 hour. So SHIB on the 4 hour, I'm going to go neutral. Mainly because It's not looking as tasty as it's looking on the daily, right? But I don't care about the 4 hour. The daily looks good. Daily looks really good for Shiv. And then 1 hour, of course, we're not going to expect to see anything different. Like, you know, they were looking at the same thing. Low, lower low, low, lower low. So nothing here that reads bullish or screams bullish, right? I'm going to go neutral here as well. By the looks of it. High, lower high, positive, less positive, high, low. So nothing bullish, nothing bearish in Shiv here. Look at this. It's just like flatlining, right? Not necessarily like a straight flat line, because we're technically, if we were to draw like a trend line here, just as a line, we'd be looking at something like that. When we're like half the moves or most of the moves are below and above. So, you know, if we go measure them and average, you know, the pricing, the line would probably look something like that if we were to draw a straight line. You know, it's about averaging out the price. And it's just downsloping. So the trend is slightly downsloping, which is a consolidation trend. I could look for moving up. I would like that. I definitely like that. All right, so we're back to the daily. Let's look at sand. A lot of people into the sand because, you know, it's a game. They got their own world. You know, the sandbox. Where, you know, there was a movie about the dog and the kids that played baseball, right? The sandbox. And it was a beast, and they made s'mores, and then they went on a ride and drank tequila and puked all over the place, because apparently in the 80s that was cool to do. Who knows, right? I'm not sure if they drank tequila. They just had the song Tequila when, like, they were getting on those rides and then throwing up afterwards. I think they just said a lot of s'mores. But I'm not sure why they put that tequila song there. And the movie is The Sandbox. Don't correct me. Don't say The Sandlot. It's a sandbox. We're calling it The Sandbox now. I refuse to acknowledge it as a sandlot. All right, let's see what's happening here. What's up? Dropping. Not looking hot. There was bearish divergence. Right, so that was like not like, oh, why do we drop? What's this sorcery happening here? There was divergence. We're dropping because of that. All right, low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low, high, nothing bullish. Just bearishness. Moving down to that. That's it. Bearish divergence, strong. Potential fracture to downside. Getting the move. Oh, now let's go to the 1 hour, 4 hour. Are we going to do anything else here? Let me see. Let me zoom out. I want to see if there's anything else like cool here that I could do. I mean, geez, man. This if this move would have been a little bit different, it would have been really, really strong. It would have been like the freaking best move we could have gotten here, I think. But we didn't. It kind of dropped. So I'm looking for 3 rising valleys. So that's our first valley. This here would have been the second valley, right? And we were about to make the third valley, but then we just freaking like tanked. All right, so the third valley was going to come in here. We just need to get above that line. And boy, would have been a strong move to the upside, man. That would have been like the nicest move to the upside, bro. Like, it would have had a lot of potential for sand. But we didn't. We tanked. Why? Because Bitcoin, you know, collapsed for a little bit, and we're probably following Bitcoin. That's it. When in doubt, blame Bitcoin. Name of the game, right? Bitcoin's at fault. Bitcoin's problems. Back here, there was some bullishness, right? So, I mean, no point in dwelling in the past. We're not here to catch this move. We had bullish divergence. Actually, the upside got that nice pump. That's where we're at. Again, waiting for some kind of consolidation to come in. But this is pulling back. But just the way this looks, this is pulling back. This is not, you know, distribution. I mean, people taking profits, but this just looks more like a pullback than a distribution move. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right. There's some also bearish divergence here. All right, so no surprise we're getting that drop. And let's just leave that here and say, well, you know, that's there. And why is that there? That's bearish. Actually, the downside. We are dropping on that. Oh, no. Now are we doing anything here that is bullish? Hidden bullish. If that's worth anything, that's going to tell us continuation. So we're going to try to rally from there. Right? We just need to get above this divergence for it to take hold and continue to the upside. Otherwise, failing to rally above this previous high It could lead to continuation to the downside because a strong bearish divergence is going to basically be winning. But not looking too bad here on sand. Not looking too bad on the sand, right? Let's go to the 1 hour. By the way, sand is 68 cents. So. Yay. Let's look at here. Hidden bearish, right? Hidden bearish divergence. And with that, the possibility for more tiers to come through and more traders to crack because it's potential for continuation downside. So sand, it's looking bearish. The daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour look bearish. So sand could be in for even a farther dip. That's not gonna be fun if it just keeps on dipping. Where's the fun in the sand? In the sandbox, just dropping. So that's it for sand. What else? What else haven't we looked at? I just closed a lot of freaking assets that we had here on the side. Just because I had too many coins that were like, junk coins that were taking up a lot of space. So when I was cleaning up my watch list, I think I closed like 200 assets the other day. I was like, wow, that's a lot of things that were just freaking useless. All right, so I know I didn't do ADA, so I'm just going to go do ADA properly. Because, I just kind of like goofed off and left it there on the daily. Because, it's ADA. It's not really doing anything right now. It's not a bad asset. It's just not doing anything right now. So let's go to the, ADA daily again. And, just recap. Then we're going to go back to the corn, and then we're going to see what we do from there. So again, ADA. Hidden bullish. Potential for continuation. We talked about that. Let's go to the 4 hour. And on the 4 hour, oh no, we did do ADA here, didn't we? It just looks familiar. Yeah, because no, we didn't. We didn't. We did Ethereum here on the 4 hour. Okay. So ADA dropping to the 5th, 382, holding support, hitting above the 50. Right now, hitting that 618 as resistance. I mean, we had bearish divergence here on the 4 hour chart, right? Here to here. So whatever it is here, we finished developing it. Yay, there we go. Actually, downside, dropping on that. No hidden bullish, at least not from here. All right, let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour chart. Let's just wrap up ADA really, really fast. And we had the bullish divergence. We're still carrying it, but we're just not really getting the rally we deserve. This is not a rally we deserve. Strong bullish, potential function upside. It's not. And that's because Bitcoin, I think, is stagnating. That's what's causing these pains here. Right? So, with that being said, that's it for ADA. Trying to figure out what else we're going to go look at. Let's go back to Bitcoin. That's it. Like, if people like Bitcoin, why not? The people like Bitcoin, give them the Bitcoin. Right? That's it. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Oh, man. Gladiator. Oh, Gladiator. All right, what are we gonna do here? Right, that's it, man. Yeah. There's really nothing else happening. We just closed the hour, right? Last hour, one slightly green again, holding support, like we said, war. This 20 minutes since we, haven't been back here, or whenever we were back here last. A couple more minutes ago, maybe 30. We were looking for this to close, and we closed green, and yay, we're holding support. Guess what? Continuation to the upside from the strong bullish. Remember, we need to get above this here zone for that hidden bearish to be rejected, and then we're all green, and then we can still be going higher. I'm not changing my outlook, that we still need to get consolidation. But just because I want something, don't mean we're going to get it, right? Crypto could still go nuts. Crypto is highly irrational. And markets can't stay rational for a long, long time. All right, with that said, guys, we're going to be calling it a stream for tonight. I really just don't think there's really anything else. Like, there's no requests coming through. Having a blast being here. I really enjoy it. Redline Venom, what's up, dude? Can I check CRV? Yeah, we can check CRV. Let me see if I have it open, man, because now they put a restriction here where I can only see a certain amount of assets, and if I didn't have them open before, it's kind of like a done deal. I'm not going to be able to bring them up until I clear this and are able to drop below 30 assets. Because for some reason, TradingView changed their policies, and now if you're using the free version, which I'm not paying for the paid version right now, if you are using the free version, you can only have 30 assets open. And I'm well over 30 assets because that's got like kind of grandfathered because they were there. But I cannot open anything new until I clear below 30. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to be clearing below 30. So let's see if we can open up CRV here. I'm just going to look for it. I think it might be one of the ones that I closed yesterday or today. And I would be really, really sorry about that, man. Because I just closed a lot of stuff that people were like not asking a lot lately. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here now and look for the CRV. And none of these men have that little like, you know, yellow sign. So that's not there. Well, that's a shame. So I want to look for things that have that there, right? And let's go CRV. Hopefully there'll be like one that is a miracle that's there, and there isn't. So CRV is not open, and I really, really got to bring this down for that list. I still have like, I'm not sure, like how many is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 there. That would be 20. That'll be like 30. Man, that's gonna be a lot. I'm still have like over 100 of these things open. Yeah, I still have over 100 lines open. I have no clue when I'm gonna finish closing stuff here. But I still have over 30. So right now I cannot open it, Red Line, but I'm sorry about that, my friend. Again, I'm still like working on like, you know, this new restrictions and everything else that is going on here. But thank you very much for being here, guys. Again, if you enjoy the content, hit the like, right? Don't be strangers. If you don't hit the like, there's leprechauns that live in your house, and they're gonna steal your crypto on St. Patty's Day. So make sure you hit the like. Right, let's call it a stream for the night. That's what we're about to do, man. I'm glad to see you here, Redline Venom. I'm still gonna be streaming here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. That's what the schedule's looking like right now. I don't want to get burned out again, so I'm taking it easy, but I still want to come in here often enough. Saturdays and Sundays are going to be depending on whether or not the market's doing something and whether or not if I have family commitments. But Wednesday I say can't for sure. And Saturdays and Sundays are if. Like, if there's a stream, that's good. If there's not a stream, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to be doing it daily, at least not for now. And part of the reason is that I got other stuff going on. That I just cannot like be doing it every day. Right? Wednesdays are harder. My wife's taking some classes at night, and that just, you know, make it harder to where I can come in here because I'm still got to deal with the kids that day. And then Saturdays and Sundays, I'm just living for the family. You know, yeah. But with all that being said, guys, thank you very much for joining me again. This is your host Martin, aka your dad, and we're gonna be calling it a stream for tonight. And yeah, that's it. Guys, I'll catch you again, like, Monday. I'll try to come in on the St. Patty's Day. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm going to try again. Very open try. If not, happy St. Patty's Day. Hope you enjoy it. Go drink a lot of Irish beer. Go hang out with your Irish friends. Make fun of them. Hang out with them. Whatever it is that you're going to do. Go to, like, any parade that is there for St. Patty's Day. Have fun. Enjoy it. And I'll catch you again Monday for another edition of TSO Crypto. All right, guys. Until then.